If I could have everybody's attention for a second, please. I think I know most everybody here, but in the event I don't, my name is Joe, and Rick is my dad. I want to start by saying thanks to Mom for putting tonight's dinner together and organizing the whole event. I want to say a quick thanks to Dad for all he's meant to me and to our whole family. I'm sure he probably also means a lot to each and every one of you who are here tonight. I remember when I was younger, Dad would work all night, 12-hour shift, and then he would come home and pick my brother and I up, take us to the ball field, and coach both of our ball games. And even some days he would take my sister to ballet practice. And then at the end of the day, he would go back to work another 12-hour shift. There were also kids that played on our ball teams that didn't have rides to and from the ball field, and Dad would pick those kids up and then take them home after the game. I remember over the years him doing without so much to make sure that my brother and sister and I all had what we needed each year for school, clothes, supplies, things like that. So much so that my brother and I used to give him a hard time about a pair of shoes that seems like he always wore, had them our entire childhood. There were a pair of just these plain white Reeboks that were low top with no insignia on them, just a small little tiny Reebok in green letters. And those things were, I don't know if he ever got another pair. I think it might have been the same pair the whole time. But just an example of him, doing without so we had plenty. Later on, I also had the pleasure of working with Dad when he left a career with a power company and started his own construction company as a general contractor. I learned the value of hard work, attention to detail, and most of all, work starts at 8 a.m. We don't show up at 8 a.m. That one took a little longer to set in than the others, but eventually it took. I got to see all of his hard work recognized when he had houses that he built featured in articles, in magazines, publications. And I've also seen his devotion to Mom over their almost 50 years of marriage and the example he set for all of us. Even to this day, you won't see him sitting still for long, if at all. He's always working on a project around the house or helping somebody else out. So in closing, I just want to say, after a lifetime of setting the example and endless hours of hard work, it's time for you, Dad, to take a break and do something for yourself. Like go on the cruise you and Mom were talking about, or even that trip across the country you've talked about for years. So let's raise a glass to the best man I will ever know, and thank you for being my dad. Cheers.